You see that? That is all a wiring nightmare. So not only if we pulled those off would we lose, our hood would go flying, our radiator had a good, that could go flying as well. Welcome back to the All's 3 Garage channel. Today, as you can see, we've got this old 1990 379 pretty much stripped down. If you guys watched our other videos, you'll see in the last one, we just took the sleeper off this truck. So we officially have the world's longest day cab wheelbase, about 295 inches. This truck was stretched out before we bought it. And now it looks really long without the sleeper. But what we're gonna do today is, while we got the best access to pretty much all the wiring, we're gonna finish cleaning up the wiring, and we gotta put in the dash panel so we can move this truck. We've got other trucks coming in and out of here pretty much all day. So this truck, now that we got the sleeper off, we gotta get this thing at least able to move under its own power so we can get this frame completely cleaned off. And then we're also gonna get it sandblasted. So we gotta get it cleaned off, get all the oil off first, figure out what lines, are gonna need replaced. Probably a good majority of them. While we got it down this far, we're just gonna replace them. And then also we got to figure out the firewall, because we're going to be changing up a lot of stuff as far as mounting stuff in different positions to tuck it away, and also welding up some spots on there to clean it up. So this gives us a perfect opportunity to do that. So let's go ahead, grab some tools, grab the dash panels, and see if we can't get them put in. So do you like what you're seeing so far? How about you click that subscribe button and also turn on that bell notification so that way you get notified every time we put out a new video.
This is why we're just going through everything. We tracked down the speedo sensor to the back of the, what is this, tranny over here? Hooks in back down there.
You don't know what that is? Maybe you shouldn't be doing the wiring.
I know what it is. It's just, it's late and I'm tired. But as you can see how it just gummed up. I mean, this is after I've already wiped this one off multiple times. My hand's nice and clean. But yeah, it's just caked in oil. No wonder it's not working, making good connections.
There you go. I wanted to hop on here and show you guys real quick before we get back to the wiring some of these panels. I know we mentioned them in the last few videos, but I wanted to give you a real up close look at this panel specifically. This is the rear cab panel that basically you pull out your old one like we did the top panels, and this one sits in there just like that. Now Truckshrouds out of Illinois has taken this dimension and this panel off of the actual trucks and have replicated them to a T. And in my opinion, it's actually a superior product, and we look forward to using it. And if you guys are ever looking to unibuilt your trucks or put that larger ring in the back, and you really don't want to cut these panels and have to worry about that, just call Todd or John over at Truckshrouds, and they'd be able to hook you up with all these new panels. It'd make it a heck of a lot easier grinding out some more rivets and just popping this panel right in place, because you already have the pre-drill holes for the ring in the back. It's an awesome product, and we can't wait to use it. But like I said, if you guys ever are looking to do something like that, go give Truckshrouds your business and go call Todd and John. All right, so Dave and I just finished up. Oh, it's the next day if you haven't tell. I got on some new clothes. I finally changed out of the stuff I've been wearing for the last 3 days. But Dave and I finished up the wiring here. We got all of this fuse panel all cleaned up, especially, you know, around here. It was just a nightmare. We got all of it loomed up, figured out where it all goes, and also tied up the top wires that come to the top to hook up to all of the different panels that we have. This was a lot of work, and also we started wrapping all this down here, and we realized that we can't forget that we're going to have that big plastic intake tube that comes in through here and out the side. So we started wrapping this, and I was like, ah, crap, I forgot we had this. So I had to undo some of it and tidy it up so that way it comes to a curve to make room for that big brace up here. But this makes me feel a lot better. Luckily, we didn't see any cut or frayed wires, so this was all good to go. What we did is we used some of this stuff right here, just some ECG we picked up at Summit Electronics Wash, sprayed down all the wires, took all the connections out, cleaned them up, put everything back in. So the next task that we got to do is pull all the wires that we had, just all the ancillary wires, to the side and see if we can't sort of mock up these panels and get them fitting up in here, at least to see kind of what they look like and make sure that all the wiring, we don't have to move anything again and it all kind of fits. So let me grab some panels. We'll also pull our wires up and see if we can't get some DAS pieces put back in. What do you think, Dave?
Yeah, sounds
all right,
good.
Let's do it. We just ended up buying a new box of boom mat, and we're going to use up the remainder that we had in the old box. And we're going to lay a fresh coat of boom mat down here on the floor itself over top of the insulation that somebody, obviously the previous owner, put in. The more insulation you can get into these things, the better, because everything kind of shakes, rattles, and rolls. And we just want to make sure that everything gets a good coat of fresh, you know, the thermal acoustic barrier, just to prevent, you know, any kind of rattle floor, and also protect the heat and make sure it stays inside this cab, because up here in the northeastern United States, it gets pretty cold. So the more insulation you can put in, the better. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab this. I got the roller sitting right here. Get some of this put in. Just popped this piece off and it almost killed us. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, the last rivet that we punched through, the piece just came flying down out of nowhere. I guess, you know, gravity's a magical thing, right? So this piece is all taken care of, and actually underneath here, I thought we would have some issues with the cap, maybe with all the years of crap just falling on here, but it actually looks nice. I think it's gonna sand out really nicely. We'll get all the new rivets popped in there. Shouldn't be that big of an issue. We got also a boom mat here. Now that the wiring, the 30-year rat's nest of a wiring is taken care of, we just got to get those little connectors, and that should be good up there. We'll get the panels all put in. We'll get this all boom matted inside before we, you know, start putting anything back together, so that way it gives us the most room to get the most sound deadening and vibration, noise canceling boom mat stuff down. It will all be good. But guys, that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. If you haven't already, go check out the other videos. We've got a whole bunch of videos of redoing this truck and all of our other 359, our 379s that we have in the fleet as well. If you like the video, consider subscribing and also turn on that bell notification. Well, guys, I think that's going to be it. We'll catch you guys in the next one. And remember, keep them wheels rolling.